Rams are looking to turn it around after a season with the most losses ever by a defending Super Bowl champion. It's not a good list to be on, but the Rams were a tough watch last year. A lot went down injury-wise, and that's rough, but it kind of shows you all the things, the pieces they put together to make that Super Bowl run 2 years ago. Their general manager, Les Snead, was asked about his team's rebuilding process, but he prefers to use a different word for it.
Okay.
The reason I said remodel, not rebuild, is a player like Matthew Stafford is, to me, in a rebuild, you would just bulldoze the house down and begin rebuilding from the ground up. But when you have someone like Matthew Stafford, players like Cooper Kupp, Aaron Donald, Sean coming, there's some weight-bearing walls there that we still have, and we're going to rely on those. Don't want to put pressure on them, and at that point remodel around them with maybe different teammates, different partners.
So if you're at a dinner party, Les Snead would probably tell you that his first job when he was like a 13-year-old was in construction or roofing, because the guy knows a weird amount about weight-bearing walls in terms of his roster. I get it. I respect the defense of like using the insulting term, I think, from rebuild to remodel.
Yeah.
But Giardi, what do you think?
Well, first thing I think is, what was he drinking in the back? Did you see the top shelf there?
I was distracted by Blue Lake
No,
glasses.
that looked.
I can't blame him.
Yeah, exactly after that season.
Did you bring some for everyone last?
Yes. When I look at what he said, listen to what he said, look at what happened to them last year, I'm not as down on them maybe as some other people are, because I think they have building blocks. Matt Stafford has been beat up his entire career. Well, for the first time, much like Micah Hyde over here, right? Odell Beckham Jr. we talked about, he had time off. He could have come back at the end of the year. They were just like, you know what? We'll see you in the spring. Get your body right. So for the first time in a long time, he didn't absorb the same amount of hits that he had. Cooper Kupp goes down. He's going to be back. We know what a beast he is. Aaron Donald coming back. So they have some awesome building blocks. Yeah, they're going to have to fill in some pieces here because they had clearly pushed a lot of chips to the table. No draft picks, basically. But there's another one, Jalen Ramsey, right? Now 28, maybe he wants some new money. Okay, maybe recoup some of your draft picks. Maybe he's not the same guy. I didn't watch a ton of him this year. It didn't look like he was running as well as he did in the past, but he is 28.
Yeah.
So, but if you can get a first-round pick for him, maybe that's a way to keep this group going, add some youthful energy to it, and be relevant in the conversation come December again.
Let's really go into this construction thing. Like, Les Snead's walking around with the pen in his ear, and he's got the plans rolled up.
Protractor.
Those plans were unfolded last year over week 1, and then the Bills just like ruined their season to start. I just feel like it never got going for the Rams last year. We were talking about Matthew Stafford's elbow before that first game. Is it right? Is he going to be good? What's happening? It never was figured out. Their running back situation was a conversation at the trade deadline, whether or not there was commitment or talent there for them to build off of. Is Allen Robinson a guy anymore? There were a ton of questions about the roster last year. So use whatever term you want, man. But he's right. He's got good names. Do the names still have some juice to them?
Yeah, they got very good names. Like you just mentioned, they got Aaron Donald alone. Mentioned that name, and he's a beast. Jalen Ramsey, really like him. He's another one of those dog corners in the league. I think that they have some really good talent, and I'm hopeful. They can turn it around.
You guys wrecked them last year. You went in there and wrecked.
Listen, they won a Super Bowl. Like, that's what everybody's trying to do. And they put all the pieces together to do it. They accomplished that. You know, they got a little, I think on the back end of it, obviously some things didn't work out, but I think they'll be all right.
Kyle, that was a magical gift you just gave television. You just didn't want to you did not want to get into the weight-bearing walls and the remodel.
I think he knows about those weight-bearing walls because he's remodeled his house.